Hey y'all, this is your girl Tysheen. How you doing? How you feeling? I'm doing great. Can't complain. Can't complain. I hope everybody's doing good. I'm gonna be reacting to why America is not the greatest country and how stupid are Americans. I just wish okay, first of all, for people that say America is not the greatest country, I don't know where that came from. I never said America was the greatest country, and I wish people would not put us all in the same boat. Because growing up, I never said that America was the greatest country. You know what I'm saying? I never said another country was the greatest. I personally, like I said before in my other video, every country has a fault, okay? I'm not saying America is perfect. We're not perfect. You know, America has like I said, we have our little problems, but just like any other country. That's just my opinion. If you want to argue about that, then go ahead. But I'm not here to argue about that. You know, we're not here to go back and forth about who's the greatest and who's not the greatest. I'm not here for that. You know, because this country did a lot for my family. Some of y'all probably don't know that both of my parents are from Jamaica, and my grandmother, she worked 2 jobs. She used to live in England. She was born in Jamaica, but she moved to England to work, to get a job. And she was telling me she had 2 jobs in England. She saved her money. She came to America, got a job here in America, working in a hospital, and she saved up her money. She bought her first house here in America at the age, I think she said 25. She bought her first house in America. And she left her kids though. She had kids, of course. She left her kids in Jamaica. My great grandmother had raised my, my grandmother's kids. And yeah, and my grandmother, you know, she worked hard, saved her money, and brought all her kids from Jamaica to America to have a better life. And she did. You know, I used to live with my grandmother, and she was like more like a middle class. I don't know if they still have anything such thing as a middle class here in America, because either you're poor or you're rich. But you know, we lived in a middle class lifestyle. You know, we had the house, the car, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, she came here and, you know, make sure that all her kids had a good life. And yeah, I had a good childhood. I could honestly say I had a good childhood. My childhood was, I wouldn't say great. It wasn't bad. It was fine. Yeah, so I'm interested to hear what they have to say. So let's get started.
Y'all, what the fuck? Y'all can take your kids to Galactic Toys, drop them off at Kid to Kid, and then go next door and buy yourself an AK-47. The land of the free and the home of the...
Oh no. Yeah. Ooh, why would they have a gun store next to a kid's toy store? Yeah, that's weird.
This wall can't be climbed. This is very, very hard. Plus, it's designed to absorb heat, so it's extremely hot. The wall is, you won't be able to touch it. You can fry an egg on that wall. So it's a very, very hard thing to climb.
Oh no. Oh no. Is that really the wall? That's crazy. Poor leg got hit.
What's something that's clearly a scam but Americans have been conditioned to believe is normal?
They think the United States is like the best country in the world. You guys are like miserable. You don't get paid.
Wait, who this is where, who's miserable? Like, who the people they talking about? Like, who exactly who they talking about? Because I need to know. Who's miserable and who's saying this? Who's saying that America is the greatest country in the world? Like, who's saying this? Like, who? Don't put all of us in the same boat. Don't do that. Don't do that, people. Don't do that.
Paid vacations. You get in debt to study. You have to pay to go to the doctor.
Yeah, that
Guns.
just sucks. That sucks.
Just guns. Your prison system sucks. Metal detectors at school. Like, not that you have that, but that you need that. Just everything in general.
Damn. Damn.
And you call yourself Americans.
Well, damn, girl, you gotta hit us with that. I mean, she's not lying though. She's not lying.
Is insane. I just want to start this off by saying that I have really good insurance under my parents' names. And I had to go to the ER in November for a cluster headache that was on day 2 that would not cease after migraine medication, everything that I could take and think of. So I had to go to the ER to make the pain stop because I literally couldn't do anything without shooting pain. Anyways, for the one visit, $34,000. $28,000 is not covered. My mom goes, well, when you go to the ER, did you check that they were in network? And I said, it's the same building where I go to my other doctors. I figured it would be in network. She goes, no, Lindsay, sometimes if the ER doctors are not in network, you have to check for the individual doctors. I'm like, Mom, it's the ER. You think I don't check that before I go?
You shouldn't. It sucks. Yeah. It sucks.
There's a lot. This might have to be a series, but here's the first one that comes to mind. It's really two things in one. One night in mid-November, I woke up, I was having really bad chest pains, and I was like cold sweating and everything, all of the symptoms of a heart attack. And I was sitting there in my bathroom like, should I call 112 for an ambulance? It's gonna be so expensive. There was a moment I literally thought about riding my bicycle to the hospital because it's about a 10-minute bicycle ride away from my apartment.
Oh, you crazy?
I called the ambulance in the end. It was completely covered by my insurance. After I had the heart attack in the hospital, it was around 5 or 6 in the morning when I woke up. And I remember the first thing I thought was, I need to get my phone. I have to tell my boss I can't come into work today. I mean, the first thing wasn't like calling my mom. It was literally calling my work because I didn't want to get fired.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to get fired in the Netherlands for that.
Yeah. But, it all depends on the company you work for. I mean, if you didn't show up that day, you can always call the next day. I mean, it all depends on what kind of job, what kind of company you work for. Because I remember I had a job where I wasn't feeling good, and I didn't call in that day. The next day I called in and I showed them that, I was sick, and I told them I was going to bring a doctor's note, and they was okay with it. So it all depends. It depends what company you work for. It depends on your manager, your supervisor. So yeah, it really depends. It depends on the company you work for.
When I was in high school, I was asked, what language do you speak in England?
No. That's, oh my God.
Well, I remember visiting Warner Brothers, and our tour guide, in the beginning of the tour, he asked us where we all were from, and I told him that I was from Turkey. And every single time he would show something or tell us something, he would always say, well, you probably don't have that in Turkey. And I had to correct him every single time. It would be highways, but you probably don't have that in Turkey. Dumpsters, you probably don't have that in Turkey. Stray cats, you probably don't have that in Turkey. Netflix, you probably don't have that in Turkey. Ellen show, you probably don't have that in Turkey. What? And stuff like that. Like, where do you think I'm from? What do you think is here? A desert? Do you think we're riding camels? I don't know.
I don't know neither. Who's saying these dumb stuff? Oh my God. Okay, I am embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed for whoever said that. Like, people, let's not assume that certain countries don't have stuff. Like, okay, let's not, let's do our studies. Let's learn about other countries. Google is free. YouTube is free. Before you say anything, just make sure you do your research. Okay, stop assuming that other countries don't have this, they don't have that. Have you been there? So let's stop assuming.
So before having an American driver's license, I only had my Danish one, and I had to use that at a store, at a Walmart. And the cashier looks at my Danish driver's license and she goes, "Oh, where are you from?" And me, I tell her, "Oh, I'm from Denmark." And she says, "Oh, where's that?" And I say, "It's in Scandinavia." And she goes, "Oh,
I know where it is." I don't know. Oh God, I don't. Let's continue. I don't.
oh, where's that?" And I tell her, "That's in Europe." And she goes, "Oh, so in Canada."
No.
I did not know
No.
how to respond to that.
No. You're lying. No way. No way. Oh my God. Oh my God. People, Google is free. This is why I do, if you see on my channel, I do a lot of Google map. You know, I go to different countries on the Google map, and I like to stroll around, look around and stuff like that. And I used to do that for years, you know, because, you know, I just used to be just curious, you know. There's a lot of stuff we don't learn in school. So, you know, when I'm on my free time, I like to learn about other countries and stuff like that. So I just you know, like to just go on Google, look at pictures and do a little research about another country and stuff like that. Cause, you know, cause like I said, I'm planning to, you know, in the future, I'm planning to move to another country for my personal reasons. I have my reasons why. I just, you know, I was born and raised here, and I want to explore other places. I don't want to stay in one place for the rest of my life. Yeah, so my American people, let's not say stupid, dumb things. Let's just do our research. Okay, America is not the only place on earth, okay?
So when I was in Savannah, Georgia in 2015, I met a guy in a bar from Cleveland, Ohio. And after a short conversation, he asked me where I was from. So I said, "Oh, I'm Welsh, but I live in London, England,
Right.
UK." And he was like, "Oh wow, your English is really good for someone that isn't American." No, sorry. I live in England. My first language, English. He was like, yeah, I know where England is, but your English is fantastic. How did you learn it so well? I'm like, well, in England, they speak English. That's kind of where the word English comes from.
I said
See, the thing is, I never heard anybody say stuff like that. So I be wanting to know who these people they be having this conversation with, because I never heard anybody say stuff like that. So, whoa.
I don't think that he's good for you. How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion! Don't you get it? Why can't anybody have an opinion but you?
That's kind of true. Everybody has their own opinion. Like, I mean, oh God. I don't want to get deep. See, that's the thing. I don't want to get too deep about politics. So, you know what? I'm going to move on. The culture. I guess, yeah. I don't even know. It's so hard. Americans, the food. I guess, you know, I live in New York, so we eat all different type of food. There's everybody around the world lives here in New York. So it depends on where you live, what state you live in America. Because here in New York, there's different, we get all type of food. Korean, Jamaican, Italian, there's all type of food here in New York. So growing up in New York, I pretty much eat a lot of stuff. Not just American food, because like I said, both of my parents are Jamaican, so, and I'm American, but I mean, I do eat American food, but not that much, because there's different stuff you could eat here. So I kind of feel bad for the people who live in other states. They don't get to have that type of, you know, that type of option. So they're stuck just eating just American food. But I guess it doesn't, it all depends on what you're eating. Because not all American food is garbage. So very interesting. I will definitely be doing more because I do want to hear what other people have to say in other countries. If there's a video you'd like me to react to, comment below. Just write the title and I'll search it up. And also to all my people around the world, subscribe, have a safe one, take care of yourself, and don't let nobody stress you out with their dumb questions or their dumb comments. Don't let nobody stress you out. And check my other videos right here. And I'll see you lovely people. Take care of yourself. Bye and peace.